is why we're skateboarders. Because he can't figure out how to work a chair. Here it is. Here we go. Lance Mountain is in the house. How are you, Lance?
I'm good.
Okay, you're here. You just came from Chicago for the video that's being premiered here in San Francisco tonight.
Yeah, it's being premiered, which means no one's seen it before.
Yeah, ever, because it's all over the internet.
No, I think it's a gathering.
That's a gathering.
I think it's a gathering, obligated gathering for San Francisco locals.
So, how long did you take to make that part?
Gosh, I started skating when I was 10.
So about 40 years. 40 years to make a 45-second part.
42, a little under 42.
A year a second. That's about. It'd be double.
Some of the stuff I shot was old. I got hurt, got a knee operation. I had a rough time during the filming of it. I started when they were filming Chronicles 2, so I started some of it's from the end of that part. Then I got a knee operation, and then I got two crazy tore my biceps off my arms. And then I tore my ACL.
How'd you do that?
I finally got a hold of that stale fish we're talking about, and it like just ripped. Felt like carpet ripping. Have you ever ripped carpet?
Yeah, and
it just feel it ripping.
Your muscle.
I could hear it just through my body, and just you could feel it go, and my arm just went and shriveled up like, oh, it hurt so bad, so gnarly. And then 6 months, I went to talk to doctors. I was supposed to get an operation. Like 4 doctors said you got to get an operation, and then I did not want to do it because I was an idiot. I was like, I'm in the middle of filming. There's a contest in like 3 weeks. You got to convince me that I won't be able to lift my grandchild when I'm 60 or 70 to do it. And I finally found a doctor that said like, well, can you do inverts on it? And I said, yeah.
Doctor. So
yeah,
can you do inverts, Lance? Can you do still sad plants, right? That's what he asked. Like, can you still do sad plants?
No, he said, can I do inverts on it? And I was like, yeah, I can already. Like, he goes, well, it's better to get the operation, but I can't tell you have to. And then so I just used that as an excuse. And then 6 weeks later, I did the other one.
So anyway, sounds like everything's going great.
I'm totally healthy. I can do this for a long time. Don't cut my. I can still do it.
Yeah, we'll edit all that out. That's fine.
Don't cut my salaries, guys.
Yeah.
I swear, I'm totally a young athlete. No.
But you can almost get replaced by now. Like everything. I mean, you get like good soon. They're just like, well, let's just pull this one off and plop it on.
I don't even know what. It's so dumb. Part of it feels like it's dumb to try when that happens.
No, because what else are you gonna do?
Use your arms when you're older.
For what?
I don't know. I'm just not sure if I'm making really wise decisions right now.
Well, okay. What does Yvette say? Because she's the voice of reason.
Go skate. You're annoying me.
That was rad. The intro with doing the catamaran.
It was the best.
That's awesome. Someone asked, who's that? I'm like, yeah, that's his wife. That's super
my
cool.
wife. It's just a sweet little metaphor we have for ourselves. Just hanging out. I should let her tip over and take off. Sorry. Go skating and just ruining, you know what I mean. You know what it is.
I do know what you mean. I do.
And she's the best.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, I'm basically losing my mind. I don't remember anything anymore. It started already, and she remembers everything. And I'm like, what? She has the best stories that I don't remember, and she reminds me. I'm like,
oh, that's so great.
One was David Spade called that I forgot to tell you. You know Riley Hawk's mom, Cindy.
Yeah.
They used to hang a little bit, and so I guess my wife was down there house sitting with them, hanging out or whatever, and Cindy went somewhere, so she was just at the house, at Tony's house, and the phone rings, and it was like, is Tony Hawk there? Is Tony there or whatever? And she's like, my wife, she's like, nope, see ya, like, you know what I mean, like, nope.
Totally.
And then it was like, hey, wait, like, I wanted to talk, like, it's David Spade, kind of like, and she goes, okay, I'll tell him. And then she's just remembered, like, it was like 30 years ago, she just remembered, like, oh, I gotta tell Tony that David Spade called.
30 years ago. Have you ever had a bail ad?
I haven't had one make ad. How about Studio 43, Super Kush Indiad,
What was that
total
one?
bail.
What was it?
Not grabbing a stalefish halfway through the air, like
Oh, like this? Like
totally straight, no grab, like just. Back then, you didn't get asked, "Hey, we're gonna get an ad." Can
Oh,
you
no,
get
not
something?"
at all.
It was just like,
no, you opened the magazine and there it was. Right. I don't remember anything either, really, hardly. But it's probably because you were not always, but you wore a flyaway for many years.
typically they
Part of
come
it.
off and you hit your eye.
Right there, huh? They're safe.
Happened back in the day. I've hit my head not skateboarding more than skateboarding. I had a couple real bad accidents when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's not hard to believe.
Yeah.
Riding a bike or something?
No, my dad had turned my room into a pirate room. It was like the whole thing was like a pirate's cabin, and I had a cannon, and my bed swung from the ceiling by ropes.
Seriously?
Yeah, it was awesome.
That is so amazing.
And, I fell out of it. It would hang. It was like this far from the roof.
Because you were messing around, or because you were sleeping?
No, some kid from Denmark was over at our house, and we were messing around, and we threw something up there. I don't even know the story because I got KO'd, but I guess I fell out of it onto the cannon.
Good night.
I don't know. I'm fine.
No, I know you're fine. So anyway,
I remember the stories my wife tells me.
yeah, well, when someone tells you the story, you're like, oh yeah, I kind of not. I don't remember. Sort of.
I think I remember the stories of the stories, not any of the real truths.
What
I
like
just
you?
know how socially challenged I am. Those are the best ones ever. Like we were going to. It was. I don't know exactly what year it was, but it must have been 2000 or something around there because I was going to Seattle and it was Monsters of Rock. I got on the plane and I'm like, okay, I recognize that guy for sure. That's the guy from Metallica. You know what I mean? Because I don't really know much, but Stevie loved Metallica and
Right.
he collected all his stuff or whatever. So I went there and I was like, hey, can I get your autograph for my friend? I think he was thinking automatic. I was thinking he's gonna go like, what a weird one. Obviously you want my autograph. It's not for your friend. And I was like, it's like to Steve. And he was like, oh, Steve Caballero. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, it was kind of like obviously like he knew skateboarding or something.
Right.
I think it was the guitarist. And then I recognized obviously the singer, I think. And I got his, and I'm walking down the aisle thinking, okay, I think there's 3 guys, maybe there's 4 guys in the band. Who else? Just got to get one more for Steve. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh, there he is. There's a full rock dude. That's him. I don't know if he's a drummer or bass player or something. So I sit down and I'm like, you're in the band, right? Can I get your autograph? And he goes, yeah, James Dio. And I'm like, oh, you're not in the band, right? Sorry.
Seriously?
I'm like, they're just so bad at life. It's the best.
Dude, that's great. That's
I'm like, oh, sorry, that's not who I'm looking for.
What did he do? Did
I
he
don't
get
know.
up
I was
and
so
did he
embarrassed.
get-
I just kind of like, oh, sorry, and took the paper and pen from him and left.
Oh, sorry, Dio. We don't need your autograph. That's
away.
cool. You and Lucero and Neil, I don't really know Habo, but you guys have a similar kind of personality. It looked like you guys always had fun, and you guys were kind of close, and you guys were goofy, and you like to have fun. And I think that's what drew a lot of people to you guys, because you're like, yeah, skateboarding's fun.
I
right?
mean, you know, I think I kind of fluked into that, I think. I mean, Stacy and Stesic actually came to a Whittier contest, and they saw John and Armijo street skating in front, because they had gotten kicked out. And
that's right.
We all we'd skate, and then we'd mess around with them, and that's where a lot of this messing around, and I know they saw that, and was like, wow. All brands do that. They see kind of what younger kids are doing and things and say, there's a connection here. I think I just fluked into that position later, but it's just kind of what we did, and I think we did it because we didn't see that there was much from it. It was kind of tapering off, and
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
like,
dying.
really, you're gonna be serious about $14 a month? We knew what we were doing was, like all skaters, we knew what we were doing was important, but no one cared. So instead of like trying to make people care, we just try to annoy people. Oh, you don't think what we're doing is cool? Like, we're just gonna annoy you.
Yeah. You've never stopped skating or any of that stuff, you know. But did you ever like not have a board? Did you ever
Not have a board? I did stop skating one summer
When you had to get a job or something?
for about, I think it was a long time, but it might have been 2 weeks.
Because you had like, did you have a job?
No,
Oh,
I
really?
remember, this is not even kidding, I remember us seeing Bobby Valdez do inverts right when he learned them
And
at
you're
Lakewood, and we were like,
You like, I'm over.
no, we were like,
Trying 'em?
straight learned them, like right away.
Yeah.
Like within minutes. Did them for a little bit, don't even know the time. And then I just remember summer was coming, couldn't do them. And I was so frustrated. I remember that's the first time skateboarding got me frustrated. I was so mad.
When
so
you were trying
frustrated.
to learn them, or when
No, I had already learned
you'd
them.
already learned
I'd already
them,
done
and
them
then
for a while,
got
6 months, whatever.
Sure.
Done them,
And you lost them.
and I lost them. So frustrated, I just quit. And somehow my mom and I took tennis lessons. Somehow she convinced me, like, maybe tennis is for you. Got a tennis racket or whatever, and I don't know, probably third or fourth tennis lesson, the thing got smashed. And I remembered, like, oh, do you know what? I learned them low and worked my way up, and I went and learned them low and worked my way all the way back up.
We got somebody special in the house. Get in here.
Oh my gosh, get those cigars out of here.
These guys.
Look at those.
And then he was talking about making stuff. I brought a bunch of stuff, and there's an altar made in here. So I was gonna have you sign the stuff, but I was gonna keep it. Like I said, oldfirmstuff.com.
What makes them think they'll sell now? They didn't sell then.
You only have to really sign
Are you
it.
serious about signing stuff?
Just sign that thing for me.
That's okay. You guys have probably seen this, or some
It
of
was a
you.
little landslide.
Okay. How do you know how this came to be? I don't know the backstory at all. Do you?
Yeah, of course.
Who did it?
It's a photo from National Geographic.
Yeah, I know. But who photoshopped it?
Oh, Ray Zimmerman. He Instagrammed it.
Yeah.
We were just
So he
messing
did it.
around. He
Yeah,
was
yeah.
messing around, and I was like, "Hey, do that thing for me, like whatever." I don't know. We weren't even.
I was gonna drink
It was just total randomly. We thought it would be funny amongst ourselves, and then
It totally.
it just went bizarro land.
Yeah.
A bunch of people called, "Hey, take that down. Can we run it for the cover and this and that?" And we're like,
Wait, what?
and I woke up as already posted and everything, and so I instantly posted something basically the same time, but no one saw it for somewhere else because it went so crazy through other
Right.
things. I posted the original photo,
Yeah.
and it was the same day that Bill Williams, is that his name?
Don't know.
The reporter that got busted for lying all the time.
Oh, right.
He was saying he was in Afghanistan.
Yeah,
he shot
yeah.
everything. And so
Yeah.
I posted the original photo with his quotes of saying that he was a liar, but no one saw mine. They only saw that one. And it just went bizarro land all over the place. I learned at least 3 things from the last interview I did.
To shut up?
Some quote got pulled out. It says, pro skateboarding is hard, which is the most ridiculous quote I've ever heard, because it's not, it's all out of context, probably. It's maybe mentally hard on some people and physically hard on someone, but it's, real life is hard, not skateboarding.
Yeah.
So that's a stupid quote. I learned that. Second, I learned that I can't put 2 sentences in a row that make any sort of sense, because I read the whole thing and didn't know what I was talking about. And third, I found out that I woke up Brian Anderson snoring at 2 o'clock in the morning, because he had an interview too.
Okay, your hoarding thing, that's what I wanted to get back to. He's a total hoarder. You have one of Stevie's braids from the cover of the frontside invert on Thrasher, right?
I don't hoard anything.
Do you have it or not?
I save stuff.
He
I do
has
not
it, I've
have
seen
it.
it.
I don't have it. There's about 20 of them in there.
Yeah. There's a bag of them.
He has a bag of them.
A bag of them.
Okay, so you have a bag of those, and I mean, dude, you have lots of
T-shirts.
I saved a bunch
no,
of
like
I saved
you,
a ton of little
weird
trinkets.
ephemera, like
I saved a bunch of weird little trinkets that were small.
Totally.
That were kind of neat and weird.
Well, okay,
to save.
what are some of them?
The weird, stupid stuff. Most
Yeah.
of the weird,
What
stupid
is
stuff
it?
was in Transworld. Like,
Yeah, you did
Somehow
an
I ended
article,
up-
right?
I got Templeton's neck brace.
And don't you have Solomon's cast or part
Colin
of it?
McKay's cast he cut off at a contest and left. I got a fake Rick McCrank check. I got a check from Mike V from Fausto that came to my house accidentally.
For $50?
I think it was 25.
25, yeah. Indian. We used to get $25 for riding for Indy.
It's just all that weird nonsense.
Yeah, but you have good
Everyone
stuff.
has all this stuff. I mean, I have my stuff.
No one has Stevie's hair from the cover
Yeah.
of Thrasher magazine.
There's
Like, come on,
There's
dude.
a lot of little things that are kind of interesting and cool.
Yes.
And I wanted, like, I put it into storage, and when I get a house, I'm gonna go through it one by one.
Yeah.
And pull the stuff that I really want and need, and find a place and at my house. And
Need.
do it right.
Yeah.
What
need.
Or want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Need.
But you can have someone else do it who would totally be into it, who really curate stuff, who can catalog everything, and would be more than stoked to put it out.
Yeah.
You know, and like.
No, I know. I've always said it's what I will do when I can't skate. And unfortunately, I keep trying to skate.
Yeah. Well, by the.
You know, I'm like, you know what? Okay, this is it. After this video, I won't be able to ride anymore. People will go like, wow, it's you know, wow, you really put that effort. There's definitely now more. So, okay, we'll fade, you know, time to come work for us again. I'm always waiting for that call.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just thought we'd help you out and you can start in the warehouse and then work your way up. I'm just waiting for that call again. I've had it like 15 times in my life.
Oh man.
And then when I realize, yep, you're right. I can't go out there and prove you wrong. I won't go sweep. I'm going to start doing my little projects. And it's just been a lot longer than I thought it would be. I thought it would be when I was in 27 or 28 or 29, 30,
81.
35, 40, 45, 50, maybe 52. Whatever, you got to end this thing.
Yeah, I know. We're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, Lance.
Yeah. Was there any funny stuff in there? No.
There's some funny stuff in there.